Did you know that in Hunan, a 1,000-year-old female body was unearthed with skin as soft and elastic as suede and joints that still move? The tomb contained over 3,000 precious artifacts, and its discovery immediately sent shockwaves across the entire globe. Over 160 countries reported on this find, making the undecayed body one of the most sensational mysteries of the time. You might be wondering who this mysterious woman was, so let's dive into the history. It all started in Lake Motinchintram during a military construction project. While drilling for an underground hospital, workers encountered an pungent gas that burned with an blue flame, prompting an immediate archaeological response. Within minutes, experts confirmed it was an Western Han tomb. Such fire pits often preserve artifacts exceptionally well due to the airtight environment. By January, the team began an emergency excavation, but finding the exact entrance proved difficult until local experts offered their traditional guidance. Using time-tested methods, these local specialists quickly identified the corners of the tomb entrance for the researchers on site. The main structure measured 17 by 20 meters, and while Anjin Robert's hole was found, it luckily hadn't reached the main chamber. As they cleared the white clay sealing the tomb, workers were stunned to find green leaves that looked like they had just fallen. The team carefully brushed away the debris to reveal the incredibly preserved organic matter hidden beneath the earth. It is truly remarkable how these leaves maintained their shape and appearance after 2 millennia underground. The discovery of green branches and yellow-green light was simply incredible, leaving the experts convinced that more miracles awaited them inside. Below the white clay lay 500 kilograms of charcoal, acting as INH moisture barrier for the main burial chamber 20 meters down. The massive outer coffin, constructed of solid wood planks weighing over 100 pounds each, sat at the very bottom of the narrowing pit. This outer shell protected an inner coffin surrounded by a wealth of burial goods arranged in a structure resembling a traditional palace layout. The northern section mirrored a luxury living room adorned with silk curtains and 23 wooden figurines representing the lady's personal servants. A lacquered table held a complete dining set, including 5 dishes, soup, and even skewers of grilled meat, as if awaiting the owner's return. The other side chambers functioned as storehouses for fine clothing and supplies, illustrating the immense luxury the tomb owner enjoyed in life. Most shockingly, the items appeared brand new. When experts opened a lacquer box, they found lotus root slices that looked freshly cut. Tragically, these 2,000-year-old lotus slices oxidized and vanished almost immediately after being exposed to the air for photography. It was a fleeting glimpse into a world frozen in time. With fresh leaves and vibrant lacquerware already found, the world waited in anticipation for what other treasures this giant tomb might hold. As the burial goods were catalogued and moved, the team prepared for the daunting task of opening the massive 4-layered nested coffin. Upon reaching the 3rd layer, they discovered a stunning T-shaped silk painting depicting the journey from hell through the human world to heaven. This 2-meter-long masterpiece was the first of its kind ever found in Chinese archaeology, showing the ancient beliefs in the afterlife. To ensure its preservation, the entire coffin assembly was moved to ANH lab. The layers were intricately crafted using traditional mortise and tenon joints. The outer layers were finished in black lacquer, with the 2nd layer featuring elaborate cloud patterns and over ANH 100 mythical creatures. These designs featured deities and celestial birds, while the 3rd layer was painted in vibrant vermilion with auspicious traditional symbols. The innermost coffin was draped in embroidered silk. As the lid was lifted, the team saw the lady wrapped in 20 layers of pristine fabric. These layers included silk and linen garments for every season, looking as though they had just been tailored yesterday despite the passage of time. 2 layers of silk quilts covered the body, preserving the materials in an incredible state of suspended animation. Experts from Beijing, had studied ancient textiles for years, were moved to tears, having never seen such well-preserved silk from that era. It took a full week of painstaking work to carefully unwrap the 20 layers of fabric from the lady's remains without causing damage. When the final layer was removed, the researchers were stunned to find the body soft and the skin still retaining its lifelike elasticity. Her joints were flexible, and when preservatives were injected, the soft tissues actually swelled and diffused just like any fresh cadaver would. This was a miracle of human history. The Japanese Prime Minister even requested a single strand of her hair, which the Chinese side politely declined. The lady's identity was finally revealed when a small seal was found engraved with the name Xin Zhui, along with titles linked to the Marquis of Dai. Historical records show the Marquis of Dai was a chancellor in the Changsha Kingdom, though he was only a minor noble with 700 households. Because the tomb's grandeur far exceeded her rank, Medical experts performed an autopsy to better understand her health and lifestyle. The examination revealed she suffered from coronary heart disease, gallstones, and even parasites, eventually succumbing to an sudden health crisis at age 50. Her diet, evidenced by various animal bones in the tomb, was rich in meat, which likely contributed to her various chronic health conditions. Her burial chamber was essentially a subterranean fashion show, containing over 100 silk items and garments of every imaginable style. One stand-up piece was a silk gown, weighing only 48 grams. It was so thin, it could be folded up to fit inside a tiny matchbox. This level of craftsmanship proves that Western Han silk production had reached an incredibly sophisticated height 2,000 years ago. Lady Xin Zhui's vanity was also evident in her cosmetics kit, which featured a bronze mirror and 9 boxes of powders, brushes, and rouge. She even wore a wig styled into a bun, held in place with 3 ornate hairpins that remained perfectly intact through the ages. Perhaps her greatest legacy was the collection of 700 lacquerware items, ranging from furniture to games, all appearing brand new. Some visitors were so skeptical of their condition, they questioned if they had been repainted, but it was simply the result of perfect preservation. The site, known as UNDEADY, contained 2 other mounds, leading experts to investigate and eventually excavate the 3rd tomb nearby. Tomb number 3 was slightly smaller than the first, but it would soon yield its own set of incredible historical treasures. The occupant was a man in his 30s, and his tomb was packed with rare bamboo slips and silk books, including lost versions of ancient classics. These texts included astronomical maps of the 5 major planets and maps that had been lost to history for over 2,000 years. These ancient tools and manuscripts show the incredible intellectual depth of the Western Han period. It turns out that some historical data we rely on today was actually corrected by these discoveries. The precision of their astronomical observations was far ahead of what many historians previously believed possible. The data found here provided information that simply doesn't exist anywhere else in the world, offering a unique window into the ancient sky. While weapons were found, suggesting the man held a military role, his specific identity remained a mystery until they moved to the 2nd tomb. Tomb number 2 had been heavily looted, but experts managed to find seals belonging to Li Qiang, the original Marquis of Dai and Chancellor. They soon found An's 3rd seal, confirming his high-ranking position in the Changsha government, completing the family puzzle for the archaeologists. We now know the 2nd tomb belonged to Li Qiang, the first to his wife Xin Zhui, and the 3rd most likely to their son. Why was a minor noble buried with such extravagance? It seems that after Li Qiang passed, the family wealth grew exponentially under the next generation. Records indicate the family eventually controlled a massive fortune in horses, land, and treasures, totaling over 100 million in ancient currency. This immense wealth, gathered by the 2nd Marquis, provided the capital for Lady Xin Zhui's lavish lifestyle and legendary burial. Though she was absent from the history books for centuries, Lady Xin Zhui has now become more famous than both her husband and son. To let the world see her as she was, experts used skull measurements and silk paintings to reconstruct her appearance as an beautiful Chinese woman. Standing about some meters tall, her likeness was even captured in unwaxed figure. Sadly, some of her original gowns were stolen in Ninchin Tramtam Moiba. Only one of the 2 ultra-light gowns was recovered, while the other was destroyed by the thief's family to hide the evidence of the crime. Today, modern replicas allow us to appreciate the lost art. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the UNDEADY channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any new videos.